I'm getting married in June and I knit my wedding dress. So now my next task is to alter the shapewear that I'm going to wear underneath it. I need to add some fabric to the sides at the bottom so that it's a little bit wider and a little bit easier to walk in. And then I need to alter the back of the shapewear to be a V-neck. Right now it's just straight across, and I need it to be a V-neck because the knitted wedding dress is a V-neck. So come along with me while I make those alterations, and then I will try it all on at the end and show you what it all looks like together. So the first step was to lay it all out and cut up the sides. As you can see, I did that here. So I just cut up to about the knee, a little bit above the knee, because that's where it got tight. And I did this on both sides. Then I also cut out these triangles. I made them 4 inches at the bottom and ½ inch at the top. Then I went into my sewing room and I pinned these onto the dress. I lined it up at the top, which allowed for me to do the hem at the bottom. So the bottom had about 1 inch to 1.5 inches sticking off. So here's a close-up of that. I just pinned it all the way up to the top, and that will keep it secure when I'm sewing. Next, I used the sewing machine to sew it, going from the bottom up to the point of the triangle. Once I was done with that, I did the same thing all over again, but on the other side of the triangle. So I laid it out, I pinned the other side together, and then I sewed it from the bottom towards the top of the triangle. My next task was to cut the V-neck at the back of the dress. So I basically just measured the center point about 3 inches down, pinned it all together in a straight line, and then cut along the pins. This part was a little nerve-wracking, but it worked pretty well. Then I went back to the sewing machine to sew it together. Okay, so I have altered the shapewear. This is what it looks like. I'm not obviously going to wear this by itself. And here it is with the wedding dress on. So this is the final look. I will have my bouquet obviously in a veil. I'm not wearing shoes, so this isn't everything, but I do have other videos on my profile if you want to see more of the final look. But all the ends are woven in, it's ready to go. The shapewear is no longer showing in the back. I couldn't be happier. This has turned out much better than I ever even expected. This is your sign. If you are thinking about making your wedding dress, just go ahead and do it. This is so cool, and I'm so happy I did this. So I'll keep you posted along the way as I get my wedding pictures back and as I get the final look all put together. But here it is. Thanks for following along.